So many kids who have suffered abuse are good at keeping that secret, which
Yeah.
is why it is heartbreaking. And you were there and you felt that he was untouchable. You were in New Jersey, in Stillwater, and to your
Yeah.
point, he held this big position, not just in the scouting group,
No.
but in law enforcement.
Right.
He was untouchable to you.
Yeah, he was. Less than 1 year after he raped me at age 12, my father sat me down on my bed and said, I can't believe the rumors I'm hearing about Dennis, that he was molesting inmates at the jail and that he was taking inmates home to his house to mentor them and molesting them
How
there.
is it- And your father brought this to you, and you said what to your father?
This is the biggest regret I have in my life is I uttered the words, no, Dad, he never touched me.
How old were you?
I was 13 at the time.
How is that you were a child? What?
Yeah, I mean, I look back on it, and if I could have opened up to him then, my life would have been so drastically different.
But that's what the abusers prey upon. That
Silence is their best friend. And without the silence of victims, they'd be stopped in their tracks. And that's what I want to do is, by being here on your show, is to get other victims to open up.
you, after decades of keeping this secret, surviving your childhood as best you could,
Right.
going into adulthood,
Right.
you saw him.
I did. You know, we live in a small town. I saw him maybe a couple times over the 3 decades, but it'd been at least 10 years since I'd run into him. And I saw him one day in a deli when I was getting a coffee. He walked in, he instantly saw me, and he yelled out like we were best friends. Hey, Clark! Now here I am, a childhood rape victim of his. And trailing in right behind him in that deli was a young boy about the age he raped me. And that young boy called him the same nickname he used to insist I call him.
Which, can you tell me what that is?
I'd prefer not to. It's you know, it just creeps me out to even say it. So, hearing that nickname, seeing Dennis starting to make his way towards me to probably put me into a hug or something, it tore open everything inside of me. And I ran out of that deli that day, and my life collapsed. I spiraled into drug use. I was happy to kill myself. I started doing heroin, which was something so far out of my realm of possibilities, and yet I had such intense pain. I'm doing cocaine around the clock.
So you are numbing.
One drug on its own wasn't enough to numb me. I'm doing cocaine, pain pills, heroin, Xanax, bottles of vodka every day.
So you are destroying yourself.
I was happy to be destroying myself. I was content to kill myself.
When did you say, I've torn myself apart, but I need to seek revenge? How did you?
The first time I opened up to about my abuse was to a friend over a bottle of wine. And less than 15 minutes later, we found ourselves driving to Dennis's house to confront him.
Did you go there with the plan to take his life or to confront him?
To confront him, but we took knives with him because he was a gun fanatic. And his storm door was closed, his front door was open. I saw him sitting in his house. It was like looking in at the devil sitting in his lair. And I went into his house, I confronted him, a violent struggle ensued, and at the end of it, he lay dead.
I should have told our audience that we were going to show those graphic pictures of his body on that floor. He laid there. You'd killed him.
I did.
What did you feel? What did you think in those moments that you knew it was over?
Yeah, I mean, to murder someone, I had to be completely broken. I had to get down to like an animal stage. It's not something I had to block my soul.
Did you feel satisfied?
No. Everybody asked me that. Did you feel satisfied after? No, because it was such a violent encounter. It was such a horrible situation. It's not something you sit back and relish and say and take a deep breath in. It was a fight to the life or death. And
Because you do see people who say, if my child was molested, I'd take that person out. Or if I have somebody, I'd take them out.
I know, everybody,
And they don't mean it.
throws that
They
out
throw that out
carelessly. But to actually go and do it, and I've been reached out to by victims all around the world, and they all echo, I understand what you did.